Hi everybody and welcome back to I Can View This All Day, and today we are talking about Punisher Warzone from 2008. It's a bit of a funny one, this one. This one was supposed to be initially a direct sequel to the Thomas Jane movie, then Thomas Jane pulled out, so it went its own way, came under the Marvel Knights imprint, and got absolutely ripped to shreds by the critics and was a massive bomb at the box office. So I watched this years ago, watched it again recently, asked my good pal James T of the Keegan to watch it recently. James, I fucking loved this.
I love this movie too, man. This is so good. That like 27% or something on Rotten Tomatoes is just shocking. Disgusting. It has a great story, like a really great like analysis of who the Punisher is as a character. It's got like a wacky, awesome, screen grabbing villain. The script, there's just so much like just one-liners and stuff that's so great. The action is awesome. What do people not like about it?
Exactly. So we've talked about this before with certain films. I really cannot get my head around what people wanted from this film. For me, if you're a comic book fan, for Punisher, you want gritty, grimy kind of stuff. You want super dialed up violence, because that's what the Punisher is. He goes around killing things. That's exactly what you get in this film. I mean, you get Ray Stevenson as the Punisher, and I have to say, bless him, Ray Stevenson obviously passed away, but Ray Stevenson may be my favourite version of Frank Castle.
Yeah, I can absolutely see that. Like, for me, back in the day, like I love the Tom Jane Punisher, one of my favourite movies. It's certainly one of my favourite Marvel movies. It was something I watched with my dad. Like, even my dad likes that. I think Punisher can extend past like superhero stuff. It's just like as an action franchise, people really like it. So I poo-pooed this when it came out. I was really upset that Tom Jane wasn't coming back and that they're doing a new one. So I was like, eh. But then I watched it and I was like, oh, this is really good. And then it became it's great, but I wish it was Tom Jane. And now I'm just like, no, Ray Stevenson was just chef's kiss as Frank Castle in this movie.
I mean, if you read some of the Garth Ennis Punisher, this is the Garth Ennis Punisher. He's even got the kind of the slick back gelled hair, and he doesn't have a lot of dialogue in this movie. You know, he doesn't say a lot, but then he's Frank Castle. He's not meant to. He's incredibly menacing. I love the bits with the young girl, and he's reflecting on his, passed away family and stuff like that. I just, on James, the violence, freaking hell.
He like the first scene, action sequence where he lights the flare in the middle of the table. He kills about 15 people in like 10 seconds in that.
Right.
He cuts off an old man's head with a knife.
He does.
Snaps a middle-aged woman's neck. Like,
but hang on. You're right, he does. And I love the violence and I love the silliness. I could have done without the legs around a chandelier just going around in circles for about 15 minutes.
No, love it. Love the over-the-topness, man. You know, I know it's like he doesn't really do much with flair in the movie. Like, he is just that proficient where he's just like the quickest way to get someone dead. He'll do that. So I'll give him that. He wants to dangle on the chandelier and spin around. I'm happy for him, you know.
There are some incredible special effects in this, some incredible kills, incredibly gruesome bits. I mean, the guy sat at the kitchen table with the shotgun to his face.
God damn it, Castle.
Shoot him. But I think me and you, James, I like to think we are one. The best kill in the film. I suspect we're going to have the same one. What's your favourite kill?
When the Irish parkour across the roof bazooka and a rocket comes and blows him up midair. 100%.
I love that. That's my favourite. That's the one I was hoping we were going to go for. But I tell you what else I love. And again, it just shows you the graphicness in this. The bits that kind of happen that I'm not expecting is just after that parkour scene, you get the main parkour guy. He was a bit weird, but anyway, you get him dispatched by being thrown on a railing or something, and he's kind of skewered on the railing, and you think, oh, he's killed him, he's dead. And then Punisher jumps off the building and kind of lands on his head, snaps his neck. And it's like, fucking hell.
Just to make sure, don't leave any stone unturned there. Yeah.
So uber violent, which I'm there for a Punisher movie. Now you talked a little bit about the bad guys. We've got Jigsaw, played by Dominic West, whose performance gets more and more, I don't want to say camp, but more and more almost 66 Batman.
Oh, 100%.
Kind of zany. But I'm there for it. by the end where him and his brother are going into the bars to recruit people, and it's just hilarious.
Looney Bin Jim, you know. Their little monologues together are really fun, and like 100%, it's a Adam West Batman villain style, Joker kind of style thing. But I think this movie is so comic booky that it just really works in that. Looney Bin Jim, there was some like as long as I get a kill castle, and I'm just like, all right, you're going a little bit much, but like I just think he's really just wildly entertaining in this movie. Absolutely. Like the two of them together, and I loved even incident where he's just like, you know, your one tries to touch his hair and he's like, I don't do your makeup, do I? You know, I just thought that was really great, and I bought him as like a mobster guy.
Well, speaking of the incident, you a fan of the Punisher TV series? Did you watch the first season of the Punisher?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
So Punisher TV series, we get a version of Jigsaw, which I have to say was nutkick disappointment. You know, the guy is your traditional Jigsaw pretty boy, and I think, does he come out at the end with like a slight scar on his cheek?
He has some minor scratches on his face, basically.
That ain't Jigsaw.
I think the idea is that he's so vain that's his face.
But that's not what I want from comic book Jigsaw. Now in this film, we'll literally get him chucked into, what is it, like a bottle compactor thing?
Like a recycling bottle recycler kind of thing that crushes up bottles.
And his face gets just cut and grinded.
The surgeon mentions that he had to put like horsehair in him or something like that to fix him up. Like that was great. I think the imagery of him being churned around in it, and like when he's grabbing onto the windows and the blood is spattering there, I just thought that was great. Like, so good.
He looks like a proper comic book, dare I say, Dick Tracy-esque villain, you know?
Yeah.
And his face, it just, to me, as a bit of a Punisher fan, it's immediately recognisable as Jigsaw. It's a bit like Joker. When you see Joker, you know who Joker is. In the Punisher TV series, you could have put that guy on screen and said, which bad guy is that? And I would have been like, I haven't got a freaking clue. You know. Whereas this guy was Jigsaw without doubt.
Yeah.
Just absolutely loved it. Absolutely.
I also love how his like dress sense gets more flamboyant afterwards, where he starts wearing like fur collars.
Yeah.
I thought that was great.
Yeah. So I guess, you know, I should also say the conclusion, the end of it, this massive warehouse kind of battle scene is just amazing. It's got some phenomenal action. And now, when I was doing a little bit of reading around this, the director said that they wanted it to be a throwback to 80s kind of action movies, Arnold Schwarzenegger and Rambo type stuff. Absolutely feel that. And I wonder if that's why the critics didn't like it. I don't know. I literally cannot get my head around why this isn't more beloved, particularly by comic fans.
But you know, like for me, it's the story. Like usually when you have something like an Electro or Catwoman, you can pull apart 10 different things that are wrong with that movie, from the acting to the storyline or whatever. Whereas in this, like, it's a really, I don't know, I'm to my knowledge, this isn't based on like there's inspirations and stuff, but like there is no comic book storyline.
No, I don't think so.
Castle kills a police officer accidentally.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Yeah, so I think that's a, like, maybe there is. It's not like a super famous story at least. Yeah. But I just thought that was a really interesting angle to take, and how he's starting to doubt himself and whether he should do this anymore, because that's like the risk that he takes when he goes out and does that, and he gets affirmed by the end of it. You know.
So
I just thought that was great.
Yeah, I agree, and I think that's an interesting point, because you've mentioned there that Frank accidentally kills a policeman or undercover agent or something like that. But there's also a lot of collateral damage in this film as well. So the guy who's working with Microchip, who's kind of trying to get his life back on track, he's nearly dead, and asks Frank to put him out of his misery, so he shoots him in the head. And then we've got poor Microchip.
Yeah, he's not really in the... Well, his gran as well gets...
Oh, his gran! I forgot already poor gran, she's...
Well, Micro is like not... And I think Wayne Knight is a really inspiring... That's a really great choice for that role. But he only has, like, I think one scene prior to that as well, or like he's not in the movie really that much to make it like an effective, like, oh, Frank's friend is after dying. I will say I really love Martin Soap in this movie. He's a character we should, like, the bumbling detective that, like, you know, secretly helps the Punisher. Like, it's weird to me that he's not in more other Punisher adaptations.
Yeah, he's prominent in the Garth Ennis stuff. But again,
like, I mean the movie adaptations and stuff. I mean, like, he's not in any of the other ones.
I mean, I love his scene at the very end where he sees there's no crime left or something, and then the guy tries to rob him, and he's like, Frank!
I got brain on my shoes.
Overall thoughts, and James, what do you think of this film?
Yeah, it's fantastic. Like, I'd say I even love it more now than the last time I watched it, and I think I can appreciate it. And there's like an aura of sadness because like Ray Stevenson was has passed away, which is such a shame because he's a great actor. But yeah, this is just a comic book movie, and like certainly I would say there are elements that this movie gets right that no other adaptation of Punisher has done. And I would love to, like, I want to see a John Bernthal Punisher thing where he acts like this, where it's just him just taking on, just murdering criminals left, right, and center mercilessly. I would love that.
I think that's the sad thing. I think the way, and Marvel is pushing itself. We all thought when Marvel was taken over by Disney, we wouldn't get kind of more comic booky violence, I guess. But they have shown that they can do that. I think this level of violence is a step too far. I mean, it is brutal.
How many faces get caved in this movie? Oh. He just punches right through people's heads sometimes.
Oh, I forgot about that one. Yeah, he punches through the guy's head. Jesus Christ. Yeah. No, it's very cool. So from my point of view, I'd forgotten about this film, and I think I'd in my head been influenced by all the negativity around it and thought this was cack. I'm so pleased I went back and rewatched it because it was such a surprise to us. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. It may well be my favourite Punisher film. Now, I love the Thomas Jane version, but I think I love the Thomas Jane version more for the bad guy in it, played by John Travolta, in the way he treats his wife and stuff, Howard Saint, rather than Thomas Jane's version of the Punisher. I think Ray Stevenson is more believable as the Nam veteran, affected by war psychopath.
Yeah.
Thomas Jane was more of a family guy kind of thing, I think. I don't know. I love it. Let one know in the comments, guys. We've had lots of different versions of the Punisher now. Let one know in the comments. Who do you think was the best Punisher? And have you seen this film? What did you think of it? For me and James, I think this is a keeper. This is a winner. We both enjoyed this one.
Cracking.
Okay, that was I Can View This All Day. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you next time. Take care.